Can you talk? Is your throat okay?
You don't ask me if my throat is okay after other things. She thought that Dan was my husband.
Good thing we packed a whole bag of emergency medicine.
I just knew something's gonna happen.
How did you sleep?
Girl, I just like, okay. It's aggressive.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I woke up early because I was thinking about this. My kittens.
Right now.
Yes, I'm gonna eat it right now. It's raining. I'm sitting next to the glass window, listening to the sound of rain while I'm about to eat. See, the problem is I only have 3. It comes in these mini egg cartons, pre-boiled. It comes with salt. I just remember these are the best damn eggs that I've ever had in my entire life. I've been on an egg binge recently. I make my fiance boil me like 3 eggs, and I want them super runny. These are not gonna be as runny, but they like marinated in something. 3일 숙성의 기다림. Something took 3 days. 짜잔. The egg yolk is really dry, but it has a slight flavor to it, a slight saltiness to the egg already. I wish maybe it was a little bit more elevated. Maybe some sort of seasoned salt or like garlic salt. Even tahini. I love dipping my hard-boiled eggs in tahini. Do you want a bite, honey? He's eating the egg. How is it? It's eggy, huh? It's good?
I like that.
He made his sister eat a hard-boiled egg recently because she's so scared of them. She was miserable. She was gagged. I'm gonna go eat the rest of my eggs and I'll be right back. I'm having my own little hotel breakfast. Thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. I'm losing my mind, okay? I'm losing my marbles. I don't know if you guys watched the last vlog of us being in Korea. That was our first day, and throughout the entire vlog, I'm like, oh my god, I feel so anxious. We set up not an emergency session, but we set up like an impromptu session, right? And I just got done with it. Yeah, that's what I've been doing this morning after eating my boiled eggs. It's nice to have someone, I think, to be able to like talk to that knows me really well. And not only that, but I feel like she gives me very sound advice that I can kind of implement in my life. So I'm talking to her about all that I'm feeling, and there were things that I didn't even recognize that I was talking about until she pointed it out. For the fact that I kept saying I feel so self-conscious on this trip, and I don't know if it's because maybe in my head I think this is a culture that's a little bit more judgmental. There was another point where I kept telling her, you know, especially my hair. I don't know what it is, but something about my hair. I've been fidgeting with my hair this entire trip. Some days I have bad hair days, guys, but this entire trip I've just been constantly doing this. I've been even rocking a side part at one point because I'm so insecure about my hair, and she was mentioning how I've previously talked in depth before about how I felt like I didn't fit the conventional Korean, look at me fidgeting with my hair again, how I didn't fit the Korean conventional beauty standard, and maybe being in Korea is bringing up all of these feelings of feeling like I don't really fit that standard. This has nothing to do with you guys, okay? But that's the thing about thoughts like this, or when you're traveling and you're experiencing these things. I think one thing that really helps me is trying to identify the source of the problem. I'm going through my steps on calming down with all of these thoughts. I'm trying to implement like this whole 3-step process that I have of identifying if the source of my thoughts is factual or a feeling that I have, and trying to see where it's connected to. And I feel like ever since then I've kind of feel like I've been calm for the last 10 minutes. If you guys are looking to get into therapy, with BetterHelp you can tap into a network of over 25,000 licensed and experienced therapists who can help you with a wide range of issues. To get started, you just answer a few questions about your needs, your preferences about therapy, and that way BetterHelp can match you with the right therapist from their network. Then you can talk to your therapist however you feel comfortable. So you can text them, you can chat with them, you can phone or video call them, you can message your therapist at any time and schedule live sessions whenever it's convenient for you. If your therapist isn't the right fit for you, for any reason, you can switch to a new therapist with no additional charge. And with BetterHelp, you get the same professionalism and the quality that you expect from an office therapy, but with a therapist who is custom picked for you. More scheduling flexibility at a more affordable price. So make sure to get 10% off your first month at BetterHelp.com/mango. And I've also linked them below, but that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/mango. I gotta go eat some breakfast while I soak in these thoughts. This is a mystery for you. He's so jet lagged right now, he can't even get up. In my mom's pocket, there's quarters. You can hear it, right? She puts her hand in her pocket, no quarters. How did the quarters end up there? How did she get the quarters out?
So this is a classic example of there's a hole in your shirt. Classic example of...
Are you sure?
A few moments later.
What the? Oh my god.
보려고 산 거야.
This is her first time wearing this.
You bought this?
어.
Oh, now that's a mystery. It might be gold coins in here.
Yeah.
Okay, not that. Okay, can you take it off, Mama?
Now I see he's waking up from his jet lag.
Okay, you see quarter pennies right here?
Oh my
There's a
God.
lot of money in here.
It's not thrifted either, honey. That's weird, no?
I mean, I think it's fine, Oma. Just carry it with you. It's fine.
My mom says she feels really cheap to fit out.
Just walking around like clacking.
Okay, at the bottom of the hotel, it's not the bottom, it's like the 24th floor, but they have this cute little deli. Look at these desserts. This is tiramisu, one of my favorites, and it looks like,
I said it looked like a butthole, and he said it looks a little more delicious than that.
but this, I'm gonna get his parents. His parents have like a Chinese traditional tea set. This is called Grand Tea Master. It's pricey, but it's not the priciest thing that I've seen for this type of display. Like,
Teas can be very
Yes!
expensive.
So
Even
this
this
is
little
good.
case is very nice.
and the scoop thingy.
The little turtle spoon.
Oh yeah, your
That's
dad
cool.
is gonna love this. Got 1 out of the million gifts out the way. They also sell kimchi in bags. So this is like a green onion kimchi.
High-end thing I've ever.
If it didn't have to be refrigerated, I would buy it right now.
Look at this. This is
The New York croissant.
Look at that. Who's open this?
He's amazing.
Look at this.
My everything.
Come on, man. This is crazy. So this is day 2 of South Korea. Rainy day all morning, so we were kind of staying in and see how we feeling. And this is how we're doing. This one here decided it's a perfect time to travel across the world and get sick. She has intense sore throat.
I never have a sore throat, even after travels. Gluck gluck, never a sore throat. This guy, on the other hand, wakes up every other morning. I think my throat is sore. And then the whole house has to go on pause.
Honey, why is this an attack on me right now? What did I do? This is day 2, and we're just spending the day at the hotel. We went to breakfast, and now she's saying her throat is getting worse and worse.
Here's my video essay.
Can you talk? Is your throat okay?
You don't ask me if my throat is okay after other things, so why you suddenly asking me? I'm so sick of you and my mother. I'm so done with their shit. Let me tell you, I'm sick this morning. We go to the breakfast buffet. I was dragged to the breakfast buffet. They convinced me because the breakfast buffet is included in the hotel stay. And you know what? I'm not not gonna lie, it was kind of expensive. So my mom is making the best of it. She's sitting there eating the same that we ate yesterday, American Korean food. She's eating a croissant with like
a piece of wedge lettuce
and some Chinese dim sum.
which, I mean, they're delicious, don't get me wrong.
But like, we're in Korea, okay? 한국. So she's like, I'm gonna come and eat this breakfast all day. And I'm like, lady, we did not come across the world so that you can eat hotel continental breakfast. And she was like, no, I'm just eating this for breakfast, and then lunch and dinner I'm gonna eat authentic Korean food. Yesterday she skipped lunch because she's like,
Oh my god, I'm so full from breakfast.
dinner time comes around. She's like, I'm still not hungry from breakfast. And so they're like, we gotta come every single day. And I said, I'm sick of this. I'm not coming again. And I was sitting there and I'm complaining. This is so privileged, okay? I'm like, I just want some 편의점 food. No one's letting me live my life. I want to go to the convenience store and I just want kimbap. And my mom is like,
Oh my god, you gotta try this shrimp salad.
I just want some kimbap. Okay, that's all I want. And my fiance's sitting there like, what the is going on? Here are some conversation starters. Things that I've been thinking about ever since I got to Korea. Because you know what? It's been kind of a shit show and my life is falling apart. And I don't know why. I always have medical mysteries every time that I travel. Thought starter number 1. And I want to get your advice on these. I want to get your opinion. So you know how you go to a restaurant in America? You order a dish. And let's say it's a noodle dish. And you don't like it spicy. That's fine, right? The waiter will probably tell you, most people like it spicy, but maybe you don't have to add red chili pepper flakes on top. And you say, okay, well, maybe I'm gonna do this because that's my food preference. That's what normally happens. Yesterday we went to the cold noodle place. We sit down. I'm so excited for the naengmyeon. I'm so stoked. I've been waiting my whole life for this very moment. We order our naengmyeon, and normally when you get a naengmyeon, tell me if I'm right, Koreans, you add in vinegar and you add in like this hot mustard, and the broth just gets like this sour, refreshing. Oh, like the reason that they serve it at Korean barbecue restaurants is because it cuts the grease. And so I'm excited. I put in the hot mustard into my naengmyeon, and as I'm about to start squirting the vinegar bottle, and this is distilled vinegar, so I'm putting it in, and he stops me. The waiter comes and he goes, no. And he doesn't even do it in like a chill way. Like if you went to a restaurant, they'd be like,
Oh, like, by the way, we don't really put the vinegar in the broth, but like, you can if you like. I know a lot of people like it, but like, we recommend doing this, but like, it's up to you, right? You're the one paying for the food.
He's like,
No, like, don't do that.
my mom and I freeze. And he's like, no, that's not how you're supposed to do it. So you're supposed to get a side chopshi, like another dish, which they didn't even give to us. And he's like, you're supposed to get another dish, and then you put the noodles and the broth, not even the broth, you just put the noodles into a side dish.
Like, take the noodles out of the dish it was served in, put it into a side dish, add the hot mustard and the vinegar onto the noodles, and then drink the broth separately.
Which I've never done that before. So I'm looking at him confused. And my mom's looking at him confused because in her 60 years of being a Korean, she's never fucking done that. So she's looking at him confused, and he goes, and he takes off his mask and goes, did you understand that? And my mom goes, no, I speak Korean, I understand. Because we were vlogging in English. She goes, I understand, but I just didn't hear you. And he repeats it again. And it's like in a very teacherly way. It's not even like some people like this. He's like, no, we don't do that. And then at the end he goes, let me get you the side dishes for the noodles. But also if you go anywhere else for this naengmyeon, it's probably going to be the same. He said that the broth itself is so good and flavorful on its own that you don't want to taint it with the vinegar or the hot mustard, which, you know what? The minute that he was saying that, I'm like nodding. I'm like, oh, I'm fucking ready for this broth. Like, this broth is going to transport me, eject me out of my chair, and send me into orbit around Mars. Like, that's how fucking banging this broth is going to be. I was so stonked. I take a sip of that broth. It's like watered down seolleongtang. You've had seolleongtang before? You gotta add salt and pepper to seolleongtang. I'm like, oh my god, this sucks. And my fiance is like, just put the vinegar in there. Who cares, right? But then I see the guy making me a teaching moment. And like really treating me and my mom like we're these like 촌스러운 foreigners, which is like classless foreigners, because he's explaining to the other waitress there. I don't know what he was saying, but I could see the hand motions. He's very aggressive, and then she's like nodding, and he keeps going, and he looks almost upset. And so I'm like, oh my god, now I really, like, he's personally offended by what I did. And maybe I am a classless Korean, and maybe this is how they do it in Gangnam. Maybe this is how the fancy Koreans, the cultured Koreans do it, but I just couldn't do it. So I was really stressed out about that, okay? And he kept eyeing us. So I genuinely could not add vinegar because it felt like he was a teacher and I was a student that just got in a shitload of trouble. I felt like I was in detention. My fiance's like, just put it in. Who cares? It was so bad to the point where my mom was like, I feel like I can't put in vinegar either. So we were really, really disappointed with that. I don't know. Am I crazy for thinking that was kind of weird? I thought it was a little weird. I think maybe he's very passionate about the food. But I find that I'm a foodie. I'm very passionate about food. But unless it's my loved one, like unless I'm talking to you, and I'm like, don't eat it like that. Oh my God, you have to eat it like this. I don't think I would do that at work or like any stranger. And then another thing that happened this morning. I feel like my social anxiety in South Korea has really been peaking. It's probably at its height. This morning, this happened, and I've been thinking about it since. This morning, we go to the breakfast buffet. We get seated at a table, and this is the type of establishment where, like, you're gonna go get the food yourself. So it's a lot of communal stuff. You're, like, touching the food. Everyone's, looking at the food. There's no food guards. So we're getting our food. 2 people sit next to us, and they're pretty young, I would say. The one in question, the kid, the guy, the one that I'm going to interrogate in an hour or two, he looked maybe like 13, 14, which is another reason I keep talking myself out of it. He's sitting there. Deathly sick is the vibe. I'm not just talking out of it. I'm not talking under the weather like me right now. I'm talking like he can't even sit straight on the chair. And if he wasn't so young, I would think that he's hungover. Like, that's how bad it was. He's like this the whole time, holding onto the back of his chair to support him. I thought it was kind of weird. My mom thought it was kind of weird, but whatever. His sister is the one that goes and gets all the food for him. So that's when I was like, oh, that's really weird. Like, I wonder if he's okay. And at first it was genuine concern. But as the mealtime progresses, he starts in a restaurant full of people and communal food right next to him because he's pretty close to one of the food stations. He starts coughing like this. Directly at our table for like 5 minutes straight. It was the first time I kind of wanted to be a Karen and been like, hey, maybe you're too sick for breakfast. Like, I think this place does like room service. And so he's just coughing like crazy, and my mom and I are looking at each other. And one part of me is like, that's really rude. I feel like I wouldn't have done that. And I feel like if I were that sick, I wouldn't go to an establishment. Like, if he can't even sit up straight and he's coughing actively, or cover the mouth. As long as he had just done this, or like covered it with a mask while he was coughing and then took it out to eat, I don't think I would have cared. Like, I'm not really crazy about it. There was a wall directly behind him. He could have coughed like this, but he's making eye contact with me and coughing. But maybe he has a chronic illness. Then the last thing I want to do is yell at the kid or be upset with the kid. Anyway, I don't think I'm sick anymore. The more I keep talking, I'm like, my throat kind of feels fine. I just came downstairs to the hotel lounge because they're doing like the room cleaning right now. And I've been seeing these videos of people trying like $40 bingsu at these hotels in South Korea. And I always was intrigued because I'm a bingsu fanatic, especially when they don't have too much red meat, which these don't. They're like fruit bingsu. I get downstairs, this right here is staring me in the eyeballs. It's 90,000 Korean won.
But you've seen people eating these.
Yes, and they look insane. They look massive, which is great because I don't know if you can see, but sitting right behind me is my mother and her friend. We're gonna see if it gets here in time because I think that they're trying to leave soon, but maybe we can just share the bingsu because I also got a white tea. It's very, very pretty.
That's so cool.
It's supposed to have notes of cinnamon.
Enjoy your tea.
My lady.
It's like water and tea mixed. Am I just a hater?
Here we have the $70 shave ice with a cheesecake.
Perfect timing.
Almost. Enjoy the world's most expensive shave ice.
Oh.
What is it?
Very regular shaved ice. I was thinking about being really dramatic, but it really do just be shaved ice.
Really? Are you sure? Dig in there. There's nothing inside?
Yeah, okay, maybe let me
What's
try.
inside? This is so big.
I think it's just ice.
A bowl of rice with strawberry.
But I'm not doing okay. And my mom's over there putting on lipstick. I'm dying.
She's about to head out again.
She was head out.
Meeting her friend,
She's
number
not
2.
even looking at me, okay? This woman's got appointments after appointments after appointments. My throat is hurting a little bit more, but I think I'm gonna be okay. I don't know if the ice bingsu was the best thing to do in this situation. I don't think so, but I had to eat as much of it as I could because it was $70 freaking dollars. Now, here's what happened. I don't know why weird, tiny little instances keep happening to me in Korea, but here's the vibe about this hotel. hotel. It's very stuffy. The vibe is very corporate. Like, it's, I don't know how to describe it. Okay, think about the penthouse drama.
Yes.
It's actually real. It's actually real. Everyone is very... There's so many ajumas, and
their back
all...
is so straight.
They're all like this.
Did you think it was weird?
Because
What
I'm
did she
used
say?
to my mom, and this is my mom. And then these ajumas... and I'm like,
Oma, what?
whoa.
Way.
She thought maybe the hotel is so stuffy, so they become stuffy. I guess I could see it. I become stuffy too, right? But this was something. I thought it was comical. I liked it. The only thing is, like, I ended up sitting straighter too. I'm like, oh my god. I was over here like this on my iPad, and then I'm like, wait a damn minute. Wait a damn minute. There was these 3 ladies next to me, and they look like penthouse vibe, okay? The whole time. And I look over. 2 of them had gotten up to use the restroom, so only one ajuma is left by herself. And she's just sitting there like this, okay?
And then she started to let it rip.
And then all of a sudden, I hear the world's biggest boom. And I look over there because that's natural instinct. And she, I guess, had dropped something. Grabs down, and on the way up, just slams into the table so hard. Every
Like
fork,
her head or what?
yes, every fork, every spoon rattled. He had headphones in, and I glance like this, right? We make eye contact. In most situations, I don't know, if that were me, I'd have been like, oh my god, ouch, right?
Sorry, table.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
So that, you know, I could do like a, you know, as the other person watching, you could do like a, and then you guys have a little moment, right? Or if you just act like nothing happened, that's fine too, and I would have looked away. I wanted to save her the embarrassment because I can't deal with secondhand embarrassment. But all of a sudden, this woman does the most funny thing I've ever seen, okay? She looks at me like this. I'm on the set. She looks at me like this. And I am about to bust out laughing at this point because it is the weirdest save I've ever seen. And it's like in slow-mo too. So I'm like, what is going on? And then I'm looking at my iPad and I'm like, just read the words on the iPad, Stephanie. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. And so I'm rereading the same sentence over and over and over and over. And then my mom said her friend comes back and goes, oh yeah, here's your phone. And she goes, I thought I dropped it. I was looking for it everywhere.
Wait, what do you mean?
So her friend took her phone.
Oh,
by accident
that's
to
why
the
she was
bathroom.
under the
Yes,
table.
and she goes, oh my god, you had my phone. I thought I had dropped it. I was looking for it. She's probably mad at her friend. Okay, she's probably mad at her friend. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Why are you dying?
Let me tell you, I want to gag. I want to throw up, okay? So my mom's friend was downstairs. I think I told you guys while we're at the Pingsu place. And I was gonna meet her, and I guess the whole family watches the vlogs. And she was nervous to meet us, which is insane because she's my mom's friend. But they don't speak English. She tells my mom, oh, her husband, like her fiance, the one that she put married, looks so young, like super young. My mom's like, oh, does he? Wait, how do you know what he looks like? And she's like, he's in the vlogs. I was like, no, he's not in the vlogs. Wait, what? Who are you talking about? I'm gonna gag. I'm literally feeling nauseous. She thought that Dan was my husband.
My god, is that what just people think?
I need to put a subtitle. Not my 남편, please do. 내 남편 아님.
Moments later.
So I think Stephanie's actually sick because she's been super hot 1 second and then super cold 1 second and then super hot, super cold. Right now it's hot or cold. Go lay down. What are you doing? Go lay down. Why don't you lay in the bed? Go lay in the bed. Honey, you want to get in the bed? Why don't you get in the bed? Why don't you lay in your mom's bed? That's smart. She wouldn't know. Good thing we packed a whole bag of emergency medicine.
I just knew something's gonna happen.
Okay, sorry. We have a whole bag of Advil. Apparently this is high demand in Korea.
You're gonna go start the alleyway.
Yeah, I could probably sell this in the alleyway. Here, just put your hand palm.
One nap later.
So Stephanie just napped for a couple hours and she's saying it's getting worse. So I'm saying she should shower. You want to take a bath? I can draw you a bath.
Okay, no bad.
Okay, so you need to shower, you need to take meds, and you need to rest. Come on, your belly's out. Ready? How are you?
I think I'm good. I think I can go to Pennytown.
You want to go to convenience stores? Still?
I don't even think I'm gonna order some dank Korean food to the what's this place? The hotel? I think I should eat something healthy so that tomorrow I'll be 100%.
Yes.
I
Are you hungry?
was looking at the delivery app and I saw a rose tteokbokki. I don't think I can eat this. You know, they tell you vitamin C, but my throat is so raw. I'm scared it's gonna be a burst of acid. This is just straight to the nips, huh? Can you assist them in looking somewhere else? I'm gonna get into...
What about room service?
I'm so sick of this hotel food that they keep harping about. I swear, you would think that my mom and my fiance run on commission off every piece of food that enters people's mouths in this building. There's a place called... You know what? I'm even hearting stuff for mukbangs because this is a croffle place. Wasabi mayo takoyaki. Wait, did you vlog her friend coming in? Because that was a fever dream. Tell me why my mom was meeting with one of her friends downstairs and she opens the door and her friend is just here. And I wake up from my nap and the Korean in me is like, I must respect elders. I'm so sick. And 안녕하세요. Like 10 times.
Bro, so basically Stephanie's passed out on the bed and I had to take a call.
Yeah.
So I went to the bathroom. I was sitting in the bathtub with my little computer on the bathtub. And then I hear the door open. Your mom storms in with a friend. And they just saw me climbing out of the bathtub.
Let me tell you something though. Let me tell you something. This guy is my #1 advocate. People be coming in. Manners, politeness, out the window. He's just screaming at this lady. She's sick. She's sleeping. Why is there so much Chinese food? Here's what happens every time we go anywhere. We don't eat the locals' food. We eat Chinese food.
No, we eat locals food too. But,
Yes, but we have a thing.
But Haidilao sounds good
Yes,
too, no?
but we have a thing.
Like, watch, we're gonna be in Switzerland looking for Chinese food. Just watch.
This place has 11,000 reviews and it's a fucking Chinese food. This place has 16,000 reviews for chuk and it's 4.9. Maybe I should get a chuk and something unhealthy. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get 2 orders. But you know what? This sometimes is what I'm here for. Like, look at it. Just soupy tteokbokki. It's soupy tteokbokki.
근데 what the f*** is paprika kimbap?
Keto kimbap. No, thank you. No, thank you. I did not come all the way over here to be keto.
A few moments later.
They won't let you pay in person and they don't take international cards.
And now she's on room service.
Yeah, these hotel prices are foul. Tell me why this most depressing looking Caesar salad is 38,000 Korean won. Hello? Yes, I would like to die. Can I just say one thing? I know that TikTok is getting banned or whatever, right? I don't like my TikTok since I got here. I'm sick and I can't even watch TikTok because my algorithm got me f***ed up. All my TikToks are like the funny Korean skits right now.
I haven't seen a tunacado in ages.
그르릉 네이버 리뷰가 9,000개가 넘은 쿠키가 있다고요? 부산에서 아니 그냥 우리나라 슈퍼마켓 SNS 성지라고 소문난 잠실에 새로 생긴 노티도가 있어요. 다녀와 보셨나요? 2층에 위치한 노티들이고
Bro, is this how my mom feels when I'm speaking in English really fast?
You can't understand?
Bro, not a single thing. We are gathered here today to celebrate the long life, well, short life, short and kind of depressing life of Stephanie Sue. Would you like to give a word? You?
No, I have nothing to say.
This is my funeral.
More moments later.
The food has come. We have chapaguri, soup, kimchi, and then this is for you, honey. You order. Wow, look at this bone. Honey, but that's not okay. That's not what you should be eating right now. You came to here to eat ramen? Ramen. You came here to eat instant ramen. Me, oh my gosh. Honey, it's not a mukbang. Okay, are you gonna eat this? The healthy ones?
Where's the rice? More kimchi.
Beautiful.
That's a big ginseng.
Is it good?
Definitely not as good as the chapaguri. It tastes very clean. It's not that oily. really want to try a chapaguri beef though, so I'm gonna go back over.
Honey, you can't be doing this.
Okay, ready? I'm gonna get a piece of noodle. That's way too chunky. Beef. Okay, ready?
That's enough ramen for you. Come on, drink this soup. Stop!
Okay, last bite.
It's not gonna help you.
Okay, big piece of kimchi.
So we're on a day, honey.
Wait, don't be eating my chapaguri.
What do you mean your jabaguri? What do you mean your jabaguri?
No, don't eat my chapaguri. Eat this. Eat this.
Honey?
Chapaguri in the middle.
A little bland, huh? Honey, it's instant ramen. Why would you be eating instant ramen right now? Drink the soup. It's not good for you.
One bite. He keeps saying it's not good for me, but continues to eat it. Incredible, this kimchi, I tell you. Oh. As I was editing that, I realized that I'm really low energy in this vlog because I was so sick. I just want to apologize in advance. Okay, sorry. I just want you to know that I will be back and energetic tomorrow morning. I'm sorry, I don't know what freaking happened. Yes, I do. I was sick. But stay tuned for tomorrow because I have very exciting things in tomorrow's vlog that I can't wait for you guys to see, and I'll see you guys tomorrow!